Hello children. So children, I am here with the new block, that is block 10 of unit 5 class 5 science. It is part 1. Children, the name of the block is diet and health. In this block we will discuss about balanced diet, our food and our health. So children, our aim is students will be able to explain the causes and effects of malnutrition and obesity. So children, this is over in this picture you can see that this is food we take daily for get energy. This is the source of energy for us. So children, what is a diet? A diet is the food a person eats. A diet is that contain all nutrients that the body needs in the right amount is called balanced diet. So children, we all should take balanced diet, so that diet contains all nutrients in appropriate amount. So it is important to eat a balanced diet to keep a person healthy. So now you tell me if any person is not having a proper diet, he is not eating proper food, then what will happen with him? So children, can you see this picture? Okay. So this is the picture of a child who is facing malnutrition. So this is the stage of malnutrition when a person is not having proper diet or particular uh, diet. So children, malnutrition happens when one does not get enough food to eat or does not eat the right amount of food or right kind of food. It affects growth in children. They become weak if a person eats if a person eats too many carbohydrates and fats, the energy giving foods. They get stored in the body. This will add to body weight and eventually the person will become very overweight or obese. So this child is overweight. Obese children are usually not good at sports and are physically inactive. So children, we should take proper diet, or we can say that we should take balanced diet because it is important for us to be healthy and fit. Malnutrition Malnourished child are deficient in nutrients and this lead to many diseases. It can have a long-term impact. It may retard physical and mental growth. Obesity lead to many diseases such as heart problem, diabetic and high blood pressure. Malnutrition usually occurs in countries where people are poor and cannot afford proper meal for children. So children, now we will read our book, and this is our contained book, Diet and Health. So our body uses food to get energy. A balanced diet provides right amount of nutrients to keep our body healthy. Malnutrition and obesity. As we have discussed this, but we will read what is given in our book. Malnutrition is a condition that develops when a person does not get enough or eat enough food or the right kind of food. It is caused either by poor eating habits or lack of required food for the body. It usually happens due to lack of carbohydrates and proteins in the diet. Malnutrition is more common in children. Children suffering from malnutrition are weak, underweight, and are more likely to get sick because malnourished child are not having proper nutrients in their body, so they supposed to be sick very soon. Malnutrition in early childhood can cause serious long-term health problems such each year many children die due to malnutrition. So children, a question in my mind is coming, that can malnutrition and obesity occur in adults? How can they be cured? What type of diet should be given to people suffering from malnutrition and obesity? So children, if adults also do not eat sufficient amount of food, they may also suffer from malnutrition. Eating the right amount and kind of food for many days can cure malnutrition, preferably rich in carbohydrates and protein. So children, what about obesity? Obesity is caused when there is too much of carbohydrates and fats in our diet. Extra carbohydrates and fat get stored in the body and make people overweight. Obesity can be cause of many diseases in people, as we have discussed: high blood pressure, diabetes, etc. So children, carbohydrate and protein, these are important for malnourished child, and obesity can be cured by having low fat and carbohydrates diet and doing regular exercise. So these are basic differences between malnutrition and obesity. You can write when they are asked: causes of malnutrition and obesity due to lack of carbohydrates and protein in the diet, eating too much of carbohydrates and fats, body become weak, get tired easily in malnutrition, body become overweight, inactive in obesity. The person can fall sick very easily in malnutrition, no fat in the body. But in this case, fat is stored in the body and it can also fall sick because it is not the proper way to deal with our body. So children, this picture, can you see? Yes, this is the first picture in which this child is showing bleeding gums. Okay, and in this, tummy is inflated but hands and legs are very poor. And in this picture, legs are very weak. So children, what are these situations? What are these conditions? Let's check out. This is also a disease, and it is named as goiter, in which throat has swollen. And this is also a disease. Children, we are discussing here disease, and these diseases caused by lack of nutrients in our body. If we don't take right kind of food, then some kind of disease, those are known as deficient disease, will be occur in our body. So this is normal situation in our body of blood. This is anemic situation in our body of blood. There are lack of red blood cells. So children, what do you think? There are plenty of red blood cells in this picture, and in this picture there are fewer red blood cells are present. So what is this condition? This is anemia. Okay children, let's we check more about this. So before moving forward, I am going to ask some questions to you. So children, why do your parents ask you to drink milk every day and eat fresh fruits and green vegetables, chapati, rice every day? Why? Yes, because they care you. Children, milk, fresh fruits, and green vegetables contain minerals and vitamins which are necessary for the proper functioning of the body. If we do not eat them, we may suffer from deficiency diseases. Okay, and what are deficiency diseases? We have discussed. Deficiency diseases is a disease caused by lack of nutrients in one's diet. So, any disease that is caused by lack of any nutrient in the diet is called deficiency disease. Like if we talk about vitamin A is deficient in our food, then we will suffer from night blindness. Okay, if we are having if my body is deficient with vitamin D, then this deficiency causes rickets. Okay, in which bone become weak. So children, now let's move on the next page, that is deficiency diseases, and we will know more about these diseases. So children, deficiency diseases are diseases. A deficiency disease is caused by the lack of a particular nutrient in a person's diet. Deficiency of different nutrient causes different diseases. Each deficiency disease is characterized by some symptoms. Like if nutrient, carbohydrate, and protein is less in amount in our food, then we can suffer marasmus. And the symptoms are thin and weak body, poor muscles development. If Protein is uh, less in amount. Then kwashiorkor is the disease from which we can suffer. Large pot belly, discoloration of skin, frizzy hair. These all are symptoms. Vitamin A, night blindness, inability to see in less light or in dark. We will not be able to see in dark, like we cannot see while night. So, vitamin B, beriberi is a disease due to lack of vitamin B in our food. So, these are symptoms: stomach disorder, dry skin, ulcers in mouth. Vitamin C, scurvy, swollen gums, bleeding of gums. Vitamin D and calcium, rickets, weak bones and teeth, bowed arms and legs. So we have seen picture of rickets also, in which uh, legs of child are very weak. Iron, anemia. If we don't take iron in our food, then symptoms will be pale skin, tiredness, dizziness. Iodine, goiter, enlargement of throat, difficulty in swallowing. So these all are symptoms and disease caused by deficiency of particular nutrients. So children, what we have to take in our food to get rid of these diseases? Yes, if we want to take vitamin D, then it is easy to take from sun. Exposure to sunlight is good for making vitamin D in the body. Green vegetables provide vitamin B to the body, and citrus fruits give us vitamin C. Spinach, pomegranate, and apples are rich source of iron. So we cannot be deficient in iron if we take spinach, pomegranate, apples, rich sources of iron. Fresh fruits, vitamin Fresh fruits and vegetables are rich sources of minerals and vitamins. And yellow fruits like papaya, carrot, these are rich in vitamin A. So, children, we should eat all the fruits, all the vegetables in our diet. So, children, what will happen if we eat only foods that are rich in minerals and vitamins in our diet? So, children, do you know if we eat foods rich in only vitamin and minerals, our body will suffer from deficiency of carbohydrates and proteins? Moreover, our body needs vitamins and minerals only in small amounts. The excess is flushed out. So, we need to take chapati, rice, dal, all in our food. Okay, so now I hope this all will be clear to you, and now we will solve our worksheet. So, children, it is S1. Question number 1, A part. Anil loves eating only chapati, idli, and bread for all his meal. Does he eat a healthy diet? Why or why not? Children, as we have discussed about, then one kind of food is not good for our health. So no, Anil does not eat a healthy diet as he eats more of carbohydrates. A healthy diet contains nutrients from all food groups in the required amount. So question number B, what happens when people include too many carbohydrates and fats in their diet? Why? People who eat more of carbohydrates and fat can become overweight. Extra carbohydrates and fat get deposited in the body and make us obese. And we can suffer some diseases. And this is not good for our body to be so active. So, what happens if one does not get enough carbohydrates to eat? Why? If one does not get enough carbohydrate to eat, the body becomes weak and the person can suffer from malnutrition. And malnutrition in children affect their physical and mental growth. Such children do not grow up to be healthy adults. So children, it is very, very, very important to take balanced diet. Why is obesity a matter of concern? Obesity makes people inactive. Obese people may not be good at sports and sometimes face social discrimination. They are also prone to many diseases because they can catch any of the disease caused by obesity. So it is very important to take again balanced diet. Question number 3: design two healthy meal plans for two 4 to 5 years old children. One is suffering from malnutrition and the other suffering from obesity. Include the food items and the quality and the quantity in which they should be eaten. So children for malnutrition child should have more of carbohydrates and protein. And healthy meal for the child suffering from obesity should have less of carbohydrates and fat. Question number 1 of S2. Rajat is suffering from anemia, which is a deficiency disease. What is the deficiency disease? Why do people suffer from deficiency disease? Children, we are aware with this. Hannah, a disease that is caused due to lack of nutrient in our diet is called a deficiency disease. People suffer from deficiency disease because they do not include one or more nutrients in their diet for a long period of time. So they suffer from deficiency diseases. So children, we should complete this table. These are given to you. Rickets, vitamin A, and eating citrus fruits, pale skin. This is given, and these all we have to fill. Okay. So now we are aware that rickets and what is the cause of rickets? Vitamin D and calcium. If we do not take vitamin D and calcium in our food or by sun, then it will happen. Okay, and what are the symptoms? Symptoms are weak bones and teeth. Because teeth and bones are what? These are bones in our body. So our teeth becomes weak. And what are the cure? Drink milk, eat milk products, eggs, and we exposure to sunlight. Night blindness that is caused that can cause vitamin A, and vitamin A is a nutrient that is necessary to get rid of this night blindness and the person unable to see in the dark. And if the person eat yellow orange fruits and vegetables, then it can cure itself. So vitamin C can cause scurvy disease, swollen and bleeding gums. Eating citrus fruits can cure this disease. Anemia is due to lack of iron present in the food, and pale skin and redness, tiredness, pale skin and tiredness, these are basic symptoms for this. And we should eat spinach and apple to take care of our body, not to be anemic. Next one is design two healthy meal plans. One child suffering from anemia and the other child is suffering from rickets. Include the food items and the quantity in which they should be eaten. A healthy meal for a child suffering from anemia should include food rich in iron, because anemia is because of lack of iron in one's diet. Iron like spinach, apple, pomegranate he can eat. And a healthy meal for a child suffering from rickets should include milk and eggs. And next one is, why do we eat fruits and vegetables in lesser quantity than cereals and pulses? Children, vitamins and minerals are needed in our body in small amounts. They can work in small amounts in our body, but we get most of our vitamins and minerals from fruits and vegetables. So it is very important to take a lesser amount of these vitamin and minerals in our body. And rest of the food like carbohydrates, protein, these should be taken in proper amount, good amount into for our body. So children, this session is helpful. I hope you all enjoyed a lot. Have a nice day. Bye bye.